Hey friends, hello. It is great to see you all. I'm Steph, that's Brad, and you have arrived at Steel City MTG. We play limited here. We are big believers in the idea that playing games with your booster packs is the way you have the most fun with them when you open them, and you don't need a full box and 8 people in order to have. What is happening here? What is happening here? Some things. Oh, thank you so much for gifting the sub, Light. Thank you. Commander Red 87 gets it. Wonderful. But yeah, so we are big believers in the idea that you get the most fun out of your booster packs if you play games with them when you open them, and you don't need a full box and 8 people in order to do that. You just need one buddy and a handful of packs, and you can have a ton of fun. And so we try to demonstrate that as best we can on our channel here. We typically will play 1v1 sealed, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be giving you a little bit of an overview of this limited format. We are very excited about it. We played a little bit of we played a little bit of the early access event. That's what I'm looking for here. Goodness gracious, I'm like losing it. But yeah, we played a little bit of early access on Wednesday and had a blast with it. And this weekend at pre-release, we plan to play in 1 or 2 events. And today we're going to be doing 1v1 sealed. Now it's going to feel a little different than pre-release for this reason, and that reason is theme boosters, right? So on Wednesday when we played, there were 2 theme boosters in the sealed pool. At pre-release this weekend, when you go to your game store and open your sealed pack, you're going to get 5 regular packs of Secrets of Strixhaven, and then you're going to get 1 pack that is a pack that's dedicated to your faction. You're going to get 1 theme pack, right? So that's 1 theme pack for your pre-release kits. We had 2 on Arena earlier this week, but today we have 0. And so we are, this is going to be a little bit more of a pure limited experience here today, but we are still going to tell you all about what you can expect this weekend at pre-release, and what the limited format has in store for you. Yeah, Brad, do you have anything else you want to say about any of this before we get going?
Play Lorehold. Lorehold is great.
Play Lorehold. Lorehold is great.
If you get to choose your pre-release kit, I recommend Lorehold.
Well, okay. You heard it here first, folks. Play Lorehold. All right, we are going to go into a slideshow. We're going to teach you all, like we do normally for all of our streams. We will. So actually, let me give you a rundown, because some of you may or may not be here, because this is an atypical stream slot for us. So typically, what we will do is we will crack packs on camera, build decks, and play a best of 3 match. But before we do all of that, we're going to go through a little slideshow and teach you about the limited environment. We're going to teach you about all of the archetypes that are available to build in, and then that will help you understand what it is that we're talking about as we're playing later. But this stream is very much catered toward people who have never played in a pre-release before, or are going to a pre-release this weekend, maybe for the first time in a while, and don't quite know what to expect. So we're going to hopefully walk you through all the different archetypes that you can possibly build, and then also walk you through, as we're building our decks, we're going to talk you through what we're thinking about and whatnot. So maybe, hopefully, that will provide you with at least some kind of a template this weekend. Before we dig into any of that, though, this stream is sponsored, and it is sponsored by our friends at the Vault Game Store. Now, this is our local game store. This is where we go whenever we go play pre-release events. They are a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful store. They have their Secrets of Strixhaven singles live right now. We don't make any money off of this. This is just to help them out. So this is not self-interested at all. So please understand that, if you support them, you're just really supporting a great business, and you're supporting a business that adds a lot of value to our life. So definitely check out thevaultgamestore.com. Buy some singles there. They have some really great sealed product as well. After pre-release weekend, they usually relist their sealed product for whatever the active set is. And so they had a bunch of pre-sales up for Secrets of Strixhaven, and I assume after pre-release weekend is over, relist them. So keep an eye out for that if you want some sealed product there. But they do have the sealed product for lots of other sets, and they also have sealed product, or they also have singles from Secrets of Strixhaven. So, all right. But yeah, we're going to dig into the slideshow here. Brad's going to teach us about the format. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, Secrets of Strixhaven. So, this set it's set on the plane of Arcavios, which is home to Strixhaven, a huge school that is focused on teaching its students the finer points of magic and spellcasting. The school has 5 colleges, each led by an elder dragon and represented by enemy color pairs. So you'll see as we get farther into the slideshow what those color pairs are if you're not familiar. But this is essentially a 5 archetype set Yes, thank you, Alter. I have to be Princess Brad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this set, because this set is focused on like a school that teaches magic, there's a huge emphasis on instants and sorceries, which historically has been difficult to work with in limited formats because there's this huge emphasis on creatures and dealing combat damage. So if your deck has a lot of instants and sorceries, you're generally at a disadvantage. So the designers have to get a little creative to make it work, but I believe that they have succeeded with this set. There are some really cool mechanics that enable this feeling of casting a lot of spells. Um, so each college, as you may have guessed, each college has its own strategy and its own set mechanic tied to it. So first, we're going to talk about some of the mechanics that aren't tied to any of the colleges, and then we'll talk about each college individually, what their mechanic is, and what you can expect your strategy to be when you're playing with the cards from that college. All right? So the first mechanic on our list is prepare. And this, I think, is going to end up being one of my favorite mechanics of all time. This is so cool. So the way this works is you can see, so if you look at Emeritus of Abundance here, you'll see that the frame, so this is a creature, and all cards that can be prepared are creatures. But in that, you can see its rules, its text box is split down the middle. On the left half of that text box those are the abilities that the creature has. So when you play this, when you cast Emeritus of Abundance, it has those effects listed on the left side. The right side, it will have the characteristics for an instant or sorcery spell that you can cast if the creature is prepared. So being prepared is kind of a designation that a creature can have. If it is prepared, you can cast a copy of the spell that creature prepares. In this case, Regrowth. And when you do cast Regrowth, then the creature becomes unprepared. Now, what's important to note is you are actually casting an instant or sorcery spell when you cast a prepared spell. So you have any effects that trigger when you cast an instant or sorcery will trigger when you cast a prepared spell like this. Now, there is a lot of extra rules baggage associated with this mechanic, but you shouldn't really need to know any of it for your pre-release events. I believe this set was designed very carefully so as to avoid a lot of the weird edge cases that come with this mechanic. So we're not going to go over that now. Maybe in future streams we will. So if you're going to be doing stuff with this in like Commander or Standard, this might be helpful information to know. But for pre-release, I think the only thing that you'll need to know about the only other thing you need to know about prepared is that being prepared isn't copyable. So that means if you, for example, play Emeritus of Abundance, you see that this creature enters prepared. That's actually a bad example. So some creatures will enter prepared, like Archmage, like Emeritus of Abundance, but some creatures you have to do something else first. So if you have a creature that is already prepared and you make a copy of it, the copy won't be prepared simply because the original was prepared. So I hope that makes sense. But everything else that's weird about prepared, you shouldn't need to worry about for pre-release. This mechanic is foundational to the set. It appears in all colors, and you will almost certainly be using it at your pre-release weekend. All right, that was a lot. The rest of them are easy, I promise.
Outlandish Matt, thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Okay, so next on our list is Paradigm. This one, conversely, is very rare. It only appears on a cycle of mythic sorceries, one in each color, but if you have them, you're probably going to want to play them, so we're going to talk about what this means. So, a spell with Paradigm is when you resolve a spell with Paradigm, it is exiled instead of going to your graveyard. Now, the first time you resolve a spell with Paradigm of any given name, you'll create this effect that allows you to cast a copy of that spell at the beginning of each of your first main phases without paying its mana cost, right? So the first time in a game that you resolve Echo Casting Symposium, you will get to cast a copy of Echo Casting Symposium for free from exile at the beginning of each of your first main phases. So it's just huge repeatable value. They're super cool spells. Hopefully you get to resolve one and see how fun they are. And then our last archetype agnostic mechanic is Converge. Converge abilities care about the number of colors of mana that you spend to cast a given spell. Now, the effects vary card to card, but generally the more colors of mana you spend to cast that spell, the better the effect will be. Notably, casting a spell cast without paying its mana cost, or a copy of a spell would not have had any mana spent to cast them, so the X on Converge would be 0. Now, this mechanic appears largely in red and green. There is a single card in black that has Converge, and a lot of the cards that have Converge are colorless. Now, there isn't, so a lot of what you're going to be doing with this effect is there are a lot of effects that make treasures, as well as green has some good mana fixing options. So you're probably going to stick with a 2-color deck, even if you're playing Converge cards, but you might be on the lookout for some things that allow you to, like treasures, that allow you to make mana of any color so that you can get higher counts on your Converge costs. All right, so let's get into the draft archetypes, talk about each of the colleges and what they do. First on our list is Silverquill with their set mechanic Repartee. So Repartee abilities are a series of triggered abilities that trigger when you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature. So this Silverquill represents kind of a tempo aggro strategy, looking to use combat tricks and removal spells to get these Repartee triggers as often as possible. Some Repartee triggers will give you card advantage, like here with Snooping Page, or they will make your creatures bigger. But generally, the strategy you're looking for with Silverquill is play some low mana value creatures early in the game that have these Repartee triggers, and then spend most of the rest of the game removing your opponent's threats, protecting your own creatures, casting combat tricks to buff your creatures, and just keep attacking turn after turn to apply constant pressure to your opponent. Okay? Next is blue and red. This is the College of Prismari with their ability Opus. So Opus abilities also trigger when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, but they give you extra benefits if you spend 5 or more mana to cast that spell. Right. So this archetype is going to have a similar early game, right? You want to play creatures with these Opus effects early in the game. And then so that you can pay off these big mana spells that you'll be casting later. You're going to want to keep an eye out for things that make treasures or other effects that produce extra mana so that you can quickly get to these non-creature spells that cost 5 or more mana and just overwhelm your opponent with value in the mid to late game. Next college on our list is black and green with Witherbloom. And their set mechanic Infusion. So Infusion abilities care about whether or not you have gained life this turn. These could be triggered abilities that trigger when the creature enters. It could be this creature enters with counters if you gained life, or it could be like at the beginning of your end step, if you gained life, do a thing, right? So the effects vary, but you're generally looking to gain life. So this is kind of a mid-range archetype that's looking to stabilize with a healthy amount of life gain while you set up these big creatures and efficient removal spells to overwhelm your opponent in sort of the mid to late game, using life gain to sustain your life total so you don't necessarily have to block with your creatures if you don't want to. Next, we get to red and white with the College of Lorehold and their set mechanic Flashback. Now, Flashback is a returning mechanic. It's kind of sort of become, I think they call it a deciduous mechanic because it shows up every now and then. But essentially,
a deciduous mechanic.
It's not evergreen.
That's funny. I like it.
But yeah, so Flashback is an alternate casting cost that appears on instants and sorceries that allows you to cast the spell from your graveyard. And notably, when you cast a spell for its Flashback cost, it is exiled instead of going back to your graveyard. So this is sort of an aggro mid-range archetype that cares a lot about cards leaving your graveyard and casting spells from your graveyard. So your creatures will have effects that trigger when one or more cards leave your graveyard, as well as a lot of ways for you to cast spells from your graveyard, get creatures and other permanents out of your graveyard, as well as a host of flashback spells that will let you cast spells from your graveyard. So you're looking to sort of set up with cards that give you these benefits, and then just keep removing cards from your graveyard to compound the value you get from that. And then last, and certainly not least, is green and blue, the College of Quandrix with their yes, the box bug, with their ability Increment. So you might be, if you've been in Magic for a while, you might be familiar with the mechanic Evolve. Increment is similar, but a little bit different. Ooh, doing a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
So Increment is a series of is a triggered ability that will put a +1/+1 counter on the creature that has Increment whenever you cast a spell whose mana value is greater than that creature's power or its toughness. Right, so you can see with Cuboid Colony here, it's a 2-mana, 2/2 flash flying and trample and Increment. So if you play Cuboid Colony on turn 2 and then on the next turn maybe you play a 2-drop or a 2-mana spell or a 3-mana spell, for example, then Cuboid Colony would get a +1/+1 counter and start attacking. So this is an archetype that rewards you for curving out, right? Playing cool cards, cool little creatures early that will get progressively bigger as the game progresses and you cast larger and larger spells. You're also going to want to keep an eye out for X cost spells, since those can increment your creatures at any stage of the game. Quandrix also has access to a lot of extra mana ramps so that you can continue casting these big spells or capitalize on X cost spells. So it's going to kind of start slow. Maybe you're going to spend the first few turns either playing small creatures or getting access to extra mana, and then you're just going to kind of slowly turn up the heat until your creatures are larger than your opponents could ever hope to be.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about in this presentation is the pricey cards. Now, that's really important to understand. This is the first day of pre-release. These prices will change. The cards that are here, that are our sort of big 3 money cards to look out for, probably will not be the big money cards to look out for this time next week, as players get into pre-release and start to understand the set more, and
people start buying cards for standard as opposed to just pre-ordering for commander decks.
Yes, exactly. These prices will change, but for your pre-releases, cards you want to look out for. Turns out the big mythic Elder Dragons are very exciting for a lot of people. So our top 3 here are Witherbloom the Balancer, Lorehold the Historian, and Quandrix the Proof. So just know, if you open one of these cool Elder Dragons in your pre-release pools, you might be well on your way to recouping some of the cost of your pre-release.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and sneak in here. Let me see here. Where am I? Here am I. So normally in sets, now this is for people who haven't done a pre-release before or are maybe a little bit new to limited. Typically what you will look for in sets is you will look for uncommons that are 2 colors that exemplify the archetype that each archetype, or that exemplify each of the different archetypes, right? And so typically, and those are called signposts. In this set, they're a little bit difficult to figure out because there usually is just like 1 or sometimes 2 cards that meet that description. But in this set, I think there's like 5 or 6 for each faction.
Yeah, there's a huge emphasis on multicolored spells.
Yeah, there's a lot of multicolored spells at uncommon in this, and there's a lot at common as well. And so just kind of keep that in mind. So if you open a multicolored uncommon, that might not necessarily be like the signpost for the set, but there are a lot of multicolored cards, and I just want to make sure I call that out. So, all right. I am going to take us back into. Let's get back into. There we go. Here we are. I know how to do this. Yeah. So that is so like I said, we're going to crack packs on camera, build decks, and play a best of 3 match. And so let's get into the pack cracking part of this. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's do the thing where we zoom in though, because I feel like that is just.
I am in the wrong scene scene collection in OBS, but now I'm right.
Now you're right. I know everything is correct.
All right.
Okay.
I'll do one boosty with my princess tiara on.
One boosty with your princess tiara. Okay. I'm going to change this to pack cracking because how else are people going to know that we're cracking packs if we are, bada bing, baby. All right. Now, I did sequence these since they are all different colors. I did sequence them in a very specific order. So we're going
I did
green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple. You break that sequence, it's going to just throw everything off. So I just need you to go with me on this, okay?
All right, we got normal boosties here, not backwards ones.
All right, yes, we love. All right. So we have procrastinate.
Okay, Quinn. All right, I will wear the princess hat, the princess tiara for all the boosties.
Wow. Okay. The ancestral anger. I love the bear. I love the bear with rampant growth on it.
Yeah.
I love the rampant growth bear. It's so good, and I also feel like it's good for both the Golgari thing, but it's also good. I think it's good for Quandrix too because you can go 1-2, and it helps you. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of nice. I like it. All right. Cost of Brilliance, Interjection.
Look at these cheap little death touchers.
Brad hates those. He was like venting about them the entire stream. And your camera's a little fuzzy today.
I know. I need to look into that because I feel like your camera has just been clearer than mine for a while.
Yeah.
I need to figure out why that is.
Is yours just dirty or something?
Maybe.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Spirit Mascot, Bogwater Limerette. Now we're getting into uncommons here. Fractal Anomaly. Strixhaven Sky Coach. Root Manipulation. I like this one. It's a 5-mana spell, but it says until end of turn, creatures you control have +2/+2 menace and this is a damage. Okay. Menace, and whenever this creature attacks, gain 1 life. I feel like that's just like so good for the Witherbloom mechanic.
Yeah.
You have Ennis.
Yeah, Ennis. Cool. This was a card that in the early access event I misread. So this Ennis says when Ennis enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step, and then at the beginning of your end step, if 1 or more cards were put into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Ennis. I thought this had Soul Herder's text, where it exiles a creature every turn, which would just make it insanely broken, especially at an uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
So I should have known better that my 2-mana creature wasn't Teleportation Circle. But, I know now.
Yeah. Value per creature is extremely high in depth. Yeah, I agree. I think that's correct.
It's Tuna Time.
Tuna Time! Okay, so why do we call that Tuna Time?
So this card, Antiquities on the Loose, you may notice there are 2 cats in the art. So Scryfall does this thing when cards are spoiled in a non-English language. The team at Scryfall will come up with a really funny, like a clever name for the card until the English translation is released. So the clever name for this card, because it features 2 cats running very fast, is 2 seconds after you open the tuna can. Was the name of the card. So we call it Tuna Time. Also, this card is insane. We did some crimes with it on the early access stream.
My rare is Molten Core Maestro. I haven't gotten a chance to play with this. Now on the early access stream, Brad and I played against Prismari all of the time. Everybody was playing Prismari. Yeah. And it was very difficult to get games in with people who were not playing Prismari. And so we did not play Prismari. That said, I think it's very cool, and I'm very excited to hopefully, maybe I'll get a chance to use this little guy.
Maybe.
I have Requisition Raid as my this thing.
That card's cool.
Yeah.
I have Duty Beyond Death. Duty.
Hi, Olipod. Good to see you.
Ooh. And
hello. Growth Curve. This is Growth Spiral, except different. No, just kidding. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then double the number of 1/1 counters on that creature. I did crimes with this the other day. Mm-hmm. This was fun.
All right, so real quick, another thing to know for your pre-release. Every pack, I don't know if this is true for the theme packs or not, but every normal booster pack will have this card is from the Mystical Archives. You can see by this frame. This is these are fun instants and sorceries from all across Magic's history. Notably, any cards that you open in your booster packs, you can play in your pre-release deck. But just because a card was printed in the Mystical Archives doesn't mean that it will be standard legal. If you want to take these cards to play standard, you'll have to check to see if those cards are legal in standard or not. But for pre-release, you can play them just fine.
Anything in your booster pack, you can play pre-release. It's great. But yeah, Mystical Archives are fun. All right. Pack 2. Let's see. Can't wait for your pre-release tonight. Wonderful. Yeah, the frames are chef's gift. I agree. Are any of y'all playing pre-release this weekend? Sounds like Olipod is.
There have been some people, including at least one in our chat, who have wanted to do pre-release, but their LGS is sold out so fast that they couldn't get signed up.
Wild. So. We fortunately have so if an LGS is sold out around here, we probably have about 30 more that we could check. We have so many game stores near us, y'all. It is wild. It is wild. Hashtag blessed. Gonna try tonight. Don't know if the LGS has spots. So yeah, I would call beforehand for sure. Spellbook Seeker. Wilt in the Heat. Snooping Page. Sorry, this is one of the signposts for Silver Quill. I want to keep calling it Strixhaven. It's not. It's just whatever the S word is. Jeff got your pre-con for you today. You're pre-releasing tomorrow. Very nice.
This is a 2-mana 1/1 with Double Strike. It enters prepared, and its prepared spell is a 2-mana sorcery that gives target creature +1/+0 and Double Strike until end of turn.
Yeah.
Very good card.
Very nice.
Very good for your Silver Quill decks.
Garrison Excavator.
Ooh.
Okay,
Witherbloom,
fine.
baby.
Okay, so what I'm really happy about is that you're probably not playing that and Tuna Time in the same deck.
That's true. That would be difficult.
I am thrilled by this. Garrison Excavator, Essence Scholar.
What is happening over here?
You have
Chad?
both?
Witherbloom and Quandrix. Let's go. Here we go.
How does it feel to be God's favorite? Does it feel good to be God's favorite?
I'm loving it. I'm just gonna force Sultai now. I'm just gonna play Sultai Elder Dragons. Here we go.
He doesn't get to open any more booster packs. This is that's his what he just opened already. That's his sealed pool. He can figure out. Pool. Yeah, he doesn't get a chance
play
to play
so many basic lands.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I have Resonating Loot, which is also a really good card.
Oh yeah, Resonating Loot.
Lands you control have tap, add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to cast instant and sorcery spells, and you can tap it to draw a card only if you have 7 or more cards in your hand. This is a great card for the Prismari archetype. I now have 2 rares that are relevant to Prismari, which is nice. Stargaze.
Oh, what a card.
Indeed. Brad force Abzan, he would never. No, I think he might be forcing Sultai at this point. So he can play both of his Elder Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Archaic's Agony it's one of the converge spells here.
So this card, Ursa Tide Choreographer. So because my camera is not cooperating, it's a 5-mana 2/2 Merfolk Bard. When it enters, you draw 2 cards, and it costs 3 less to cast if your creatures have total toughness 10 or greater. This doesn't feel like a blue effect. You know what I mean? Like this, caring about the total toughness of creatures you control feels like a white or green effect to me. But here we are. And I have I'm on a double foil pack over here. Double rares, double foils. This is Form of Amity. So they have in the land slot, you can open these 2-color lands that they enter tapped, and you can pay 4 and tap them to surveil 1. I think this and Terramorphic Expanse makes up most of the land-based color fixing for the set. So keep an eye out for these. You might not necessarily need them at your pre-release. Need a ton of them at pre-release if you're only playing 2 colors.
Sorry, I'm fixing your camera.
Yeah, no,
I'm trying to fix your camera. All right, there you go. Sorry, I don't know if that helps at all.
It looks like it's a little bit better. Let me see. Let me look at it on a non-foil card here. Yeah,
I can read it a little better. It's not excellent, but we'll figure it out later.
Yep. But anyway, there we go. Look at this little squid.
Yeah.
A Squelemental.
The Squelemental?
Yes.
I have a feeling what's probably happening is your camera is not pulling the 4K resolution like it should be.
Oh, maybe.
And so we can fix all that later. But for today, I think it'll be fine. All right. Pack 3, and now I'm going to open 2 Elder Dragon.
Yeah, you are. Also, Alper has requested emotional support.
I need emotional support, Feline. Thank you so much. I do need that. Because how else am I going to survive 2 Elder Dragons in the same deck? So one of the things that is difficult, that I find to be difficult about the theme packs, at least as we played them on Wednesday, when there were 2 of them, I felt like I was really locked into whatever faction I chose. And I felt like there wasn't a lot of room to pivot, right? So like if you didn't open the most ideal cards in whatever that faction was, it was very difficult for you to find something else to kind of pull into your deck because you just didn't have enough cards to do that, right? And I also found that the fixing that you needed to splash another color often was not there because your theme packs will typically only have fixing for the faction that you chose. And by fixing, I mean lands that tap for multiple colors of mana in different colors. So, yeah. So I found that was a challenge on Wednesday. I am interested to see how that looks this weekend because there's only going to be 1 theme pack, and I feel like they are probably locked in a little bit less. But I really do like that today we're not locked in at all. Like we don't have any packs that are saying you must play this color, you must play this color. It's going to be strictly up to the gods of fortune, as it were, or in this case, whoever it is that's deciding what booster packs Brad gets to pick, or Brad gets to open. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm excited about that. Deluge Virtuoso, Oracle Restoration. Okay, +1/+1 indestructible. We don't have a indestructible and death touch in this set, do we? Because I feel like that's a cantrip or that's a instant that we see a lot.
Yeah, they have done that in the past, but I don't think we do in this set.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there's a black one that gives indestructible. I think there's a green one and a blue one that both give hexproof.
Sure.
But I think that's about it.
Alan Historian, Stadium Tidal Mage.
Okay. The Terrafractal.
That messed us up the other day.
Yeah.
That messed us up. Muse Seeker, Inkshape Demonstrator, Pox Plague. This is an unplayable card in Limited, but it is going to be good in Standard.
Yeah.
This is a 2-card combo with Bloodletter of Aclazotz, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this says each player loses half their life and then discards half the cards in their hand and then sacrifices half the permanents they control of their choice, round down each time. And Bloodletter says when you lose life, you lose twice that much life, right?
Yep. Yeah, during your turn, but it's a sorcery, so you're going to be casting it during your turn.
Yeah.
All right. I have here Cauldron of Essence. When a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, and you can pay 3 mana and tap it and sacrifice a creature to return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, but only as a sorcery.
You feel like Brad knows the guy that collates the boosters and pays him absurd money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have Storm-Carved Coast. So right now I'm playing Prismari as far as my rares are concerned.
Nice. Okay.
Return the Favor is my Mystical Archives card. And then I have, look at that. Some more fixing for Prismari.
I've got the Dreamroot Cascade.
Love it.
In foily. I have got some fixing for
So you're going to be in Sultai. Hard in Sultai, I think.
Yep.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Yep.
I hate that you have support for both of those dragons. Excuse me, I'm just going to have to play whatever color I have the most. Destroy target stupid thing.
Exile target Elder Dragon.
Exile target Elder Dragon. Yeah. Seize the spoils. Apparently giraffe is a new creature type for this set. Yep. So if anybody wants to build a giraffe type deck now, you can. Yeah. You hope he gets flooded every time. I do too. Sneering Shade Rider. Love that card. Prisoner Magnet Crusher. It's Sunder or Sunst. Pest Mascot. Positioner's Trove. Okay. End of the hunt. Target opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. That sounds like get rid of target Elder Dragon to me.
That'll get rid of an Elder Dragon for sure.
That sure will. Rapturous Moment. This is a great card. This is a great card for enabling the Prismari Spellslingers. Ooh, Emeritus of Truce. I got the one with Swords to Plowshares on
That'll
it.
also get rid of an Elder Dragon.
It sure will. When this creature enters, target player makes a 1/1 Inkling. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, this creature becomes prepared, and then it has a Swords to Plowshares on it.
All right, I have here a Vastland's Scavenger. 3 mana, 4/4 with Death Touch that enters prepared. And its prepared spell is Bind to Life, a 5 mana instant. Mill 7 cards, then put a creature card from among them on the battlefield.
Beautiful.
And then we have a big score.
Nice. Okay. I've got Bitter Triumph as my card
that's
here.
good.
This is destroy target creature or planeswalker. I have a lot of removal. So maybe I'm just playing however many colors I need to play to just play as much removal as possible, and then
I forgot about these basic lands. They're
with
so
Quintorius
cool.
on them?
Yeah, pictured here. Quintorius rocking the best guitar solo you've ever heard.
Are you gonna change your basics in Quintorius?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very excited about that.
All right.
I've been waiting because I still have just Battle for Zendikar full arts in that deck. I've been waiting for a good full art to put in there, and those ones I think are excellent.
Quinn, we appreciate that. We will probably, because Brad is a he's a little bit of an asshole. He requires foils of his basics. He requires foil basics. So if you find the foil red and or white lands from Strixhaven, yes. Besides that, we're probably gonna just we're gonna find the foil ones. Yeah. Yeah, he's an asshole.
I just like my shiny magic cards.
All right. Banishing Betrayal. Heated Argument. You need to buy a bunch of non-foil Neon Dynasty lands. Yeah, that's fair. Send in the Pests. Pest Mascot. I do like that Pest is a real creature type here instead of just a... Well, I guess Blex was a pest before. But I like that we have more of them now as actual creatures. Primary Research is a very good card.
That's a good card.
This is a very good card.
Probably
you did some shenanigans with this.
I did, yeah.
On Wednesday.
It's nice.
Yeah. When this enchantment enters, return target non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. At the beginning of your end step, if a card left your graveyard, draw a card.
I really honestly felt in that early access event where I was playing the Lorehold College, I really felt like I was playing my Quintorius Commander deck in Limited.
Yeah.
I was doing the exact same nonsense I do in that deck. It was really fun.
Yeah. Living History, Paradox Surveyor,
charm.
Stirring Honormancer. And my rare is Suspend Aggression. Exile target non-land permanent and the top card of your library. For each of those cards, its owners may play it until the end of their next turn. So I can suspend the aggression of your Elder Dragon. I'm just trying. I'm evaluating all of the cards that I open in terms of how well they interact with an Elder Dragon.
I got Jadzi here too. Jadzi's pretty cool.
Yeah, Jadzi's really good.
3 mana, 2/4, enters prepared. When Jadzi enters, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. And then the prepared spell is Oracle's Gift, a sorcery for XX and blue, which reads, create X/0/0 green and blue fractal creature tokens, then put X +1/+1 counters on each fractal you control.
Your pool is just
pretty cool.
Stacked.
Ooh, Repel Calamity.
All right, quick study. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna be in Jeskai.
Foily knockout maneuver.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so I was doing some conversating with Magic friends on the internet, and it would seem as though that there are there are ways that you can easily play wedges, two colleges can synergize, adjacent colleges can synergize together. So if you can get some fixing, I think there's some good arguments. I think they do have fixing for it. For 3 colors, yeah.
Yeah. All right, last pack.
Treasure. Whoop.
Jessica. Very nice. 2 tops, Brad level problematic for Team Steph. I know. Lors Mari. I don't know. We'll have to see because I did get some good Silver Quill stuff too. I really do need to see where my removal is and see where my removal's going to be huge. Transcendent Archaic, it has Converge, so if I'm playing 3 colors, that's probably kind of good.
Okay. So this is another hot tip for your pre-release
weekends.
Yeah,
love that.
This card, Dissection Practice, is a 1 mana black instant. It says target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Up to 1 target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Up to 1 target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. This card is deceptively good. It triggers infusion if you're doing that kind of thing, but also just like the fact that you can -1/-1 a pest token and then give your creature +1/+1 so it survives a block. Like there's a lot of funky stuff you can do that really changes combat math for 1 mana. It's very good. I recommend playing it if it's in your pool.
Aberrant Mana Worm.
Ooh.
I like an Aberrant Mana Worm.
Tam.
Oh, Tam. Look at you.
Hi, Tam.
Lecturing Scorn Mage. Moseo. Vane's New Dean.
That card's cool.
You like Moseo.
Honestly, I was like trying to figure out if I wanted to build a Moseo commander deck just because he's a bird skeleton. That's just funny to me.
Yep.
I have Fix What's Broken, which is a rare I'm probably not playing, and a Spell Pierce, which is fun, and then a Deluge Virtuoso.
Very nice. All right, Brad, I'm going to zoom out.
All right, I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to remove this tiara because it's starting to hurt my head.
Oh, no.
But also, I opened all my boosties, so I fulfilled my requirements.
You have fulfilled your requirements to chat. Thank you for doing that. Let's see here. Prizhold sounds like a control archetype. It does. It does. It sure does. All right, Flame, you can stay over here. You got another couple of minutes. Yeah, so we're gonna right now. So I'm gonna shift us to deck building here. So now we're gonna build our decks. So if any of you are in chat and watching and have not done a pre-release event before, you will have, and after you open your booster packs, you will have an amount of time to build your deck, and you can. So what typically Brad and I will do is we'll set out all of our cards and arrange them by color. So we'll do, white, blue, black, red, green, and then multicolored. That's usually what we'll do. And then we'll kind of split it up between creatures and non-creatures so we can kind of assess. You typically want about 17 creatures and about 6 non-creatures and about 17 lands. That takes you to a 40 card deck. That's usually what you want. Now you can fluctuate based on your deck strategy. But yeah, but anyway, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to set our cards out and then we're going to assess our pool based on that. And then, make some decisions about what we want to play.
So one thing I'm going to do, because this set is so focused on there are on set 2 color archetypes and there's a heavy emphasis on factions. I'm going to divide my multicolored cards into their appropriate factions so I can more easily see how many I have.
Okay.
But normally, we'll just put all of our multicolored cards in one spot.
That's probably a good idea. So have black next to white here instead of
green.
Yeah.
Green, blue, blue, red. There we go.
All right.
And then Laurel just is not going to be together, but that's okay.
I put this up here. And then Procrastinate probably goes down here.
That's another card that I think is a lot better than it reads.
Oh, yeah. Twice X stun counter. So Procrastinate says tap target creature, put twice X stun counters on it for X and a blue.
Yeah, you cast that for even X equals 2 on turn 5. That creature's just gone.
Yeah.
You may as well have exiled it.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have a relevant triggered ability or anything, but
yeah. So immediately, do you have anything that you're like, wow, I really want to play this? Except for of course you have your Elder Dragons, right? But do you actually think your pool supports that?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably going to be base Quandrix and then just splashing black probably for just Witherbloom maybe, but we'll see if I have other cool black cards, but I think most of my support is in blue-green.
You hate stun counters, Alter. Really? I actually quite like them. I think it's intuitive. I think you say something is stunned and granted, I come from an RPG background, right? And so not being able to untap on the next time it wouldn't normally untap, That makes a lot of sense to me. But yeah, I could see maybe for like I don't know.
I do like stun counters more than I like doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it gives you a clear way to like represent that.
Yeah.
But
well, I actually really like setting things out like this, Brad, because it's not in Wooburg order, right? It's in a little bit of a janky order, but then you can put like the college. Yeah, I think that's really smart. You did a good job.
Thank you.
That was a good call out.
Every now and then.
Every now and then. Not all the time, but every now and then I give you credit for
60% of the time.
60% of the time it works every time. I hate you. Oh gosh. They come off and untap. Your brain says when no counter should untap, but no. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't know why I put the blue card there. That's not a blue card. All right. Goblin Warlock. How fun you are. This is just such an unplayable card, this Pox Plague. And it's going to be so fun in Standard, but it's going to be so bad in Limited.
Yeah.
It may as well cost 9 mana.
Right, yeah, because like you need how many black
5 pips?
Yeah, that's
5 pips.
That's tough.
That is so many pips. Yeah, okay. So I'm running into the issue where I don't have very many blue or red creatures.
Uh-oh.
And so I think I need to maybe go a different direction than what I was thinking, but we'll see. I have a few more than in this pool here. A little further down. It's just, yeah, I'm a little nervous about it. I'm a little nervous about it. All right. So let's see here. I really like setting things out like this. So arranging things like white, black, green, blue, red lets you put your multicolored cards. That's very cool. That's very cool. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Brad. You did it smart.
Yay. Yeah. Yeah,
How
I feel
insightful.
like it's like it doesn't work quite as well if you have 10 archetypes you're building around. But like if there's only 5 and you like for sure know that you want to be like there's a lot of multicolored cards in the set, then I think it makes things a lot easier to visualize if you put all of if you organize your cards like this.
Yeah. This just feels so different to me than the pre-release that we did on Arena.
Yeah.
Did. This feels like I have decisions to make, which is wild. If they came off an upkeep, you wouldn't complain. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess in Arena, like whenever it tries to untap and like the chain just breaks off instead, I like that visual a lot, and that actually really helps me figure out like how stun counters work. Like honestly, that visual is very helpful to me. Yeah, I feel like I need to go. There's a lot of reasons why I should go Prismari here. But my creatures are just not that good. But if I play white as well, I can have Spirit Mascot, the Dwarf Cleric. I can have Suspend Aggression. I have Harsh Annotation. I have Emeritus of Truce, which is Swords to Plowshares on a stick. I have some Unsubtle Mockery, which is nice. Heated Argument. Okay. And then I have a couple copies of Procrastinate. So, okay. I think I am playing Maybe I'm playing Lorehold base and I'm I'm not splash. I'm doing a secondary include of blue here for some of my more powerful things like Rapturous Moment, Resonating Loot. I'm probably not playing any of my blue creatures, but I think I am probably playing I'm probably playing my Procrastinates. I'm probably playing Homesickness. Yeah. Okay. I think that's what we're doing. We're doing like a spell slingy version of Lorehold, I think. I'm going to put the black cards and the green cards away here just for a moment. And we're going to see if I need them.
Yeah, I think my initial impression of what I'm doing, like Quandrix and then splashing for some Witherbloom, is probably accurate.
Yeah.
I think I have the bulk of the cards I have in these colors synergize really well with Quandrix stuff, but I do have some cool cards in Witherbloom that could add some nice bombs.
Yeah.
Um,
okay.
Excuse me.
So I'm going to pick my instants and sorceries first, and I think I'm also going to play this Transcendent Archaic just because it's big. Yeah. Okay. As opposed to Lorehold that doesn't sling spells. I mean, like, it's... You know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, let's see here. I think, yeah, Transcendent Archaic for sure gets played. Alan Historian is nice. Ink-Shaped Demonstrator is nice. It's a repartee card, but I feel like that's fine. I love Elite Interceptor here. I really like the 1-drop creature that enters prepared and then just lets you tap or untap something and draw a card. It's good. It replaces itself. Emeritus of Truce is insane, so of course that's being played. When this creature enters exile, target non-creature, non-land until the end of your next turn, you may cast that card. Love that. Practice Scrollsmith? Absolutely. Cards leave my graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on it. Yes. Enters, draw, discard. Sure.
Ooh.
Bless you.
Thank you. A little sneezy today.
Little sneezy.
So another trick that might be helpful to you for your pre-release, because we talked about playing 17 creatures or roughly 17 creatures, and that would mean 6 non-creatures and 17 lands, roughly. There are some non-creature spells that are kind of creatures in disguise. So like Additive Evolution here is a 5-mana enchantment that when it enters makes a fractal token and puts with 3 1/1 counters on it. And then at the beginning of combat on your turn, you can put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. So if you play this on your first main phase, then you can have a 4/4 creature, which is not an amazing rate, but it does do all of the things that you would want from a creature. So despite this being an enchantment and not a creature, I will tend to count this card and cards like it as creatures for my 17 creature count. Another example is there's, I think, a sorcery that's X green blue X and green, I think. And it just makes a fractal token with X 1/1 counters on it. So like that is a sorcery, but the only thing that sorcery does is make a creature, so you can certainly count it as a creature. Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
I feel like Archaic's Agony is just not something I want to play here. When this enters, make a spirit when you attack. If the card left your graveyard, target attacking creature gets +2/+0.
Okay.
Great. Monstrous Rage, great. X is the number of cards I've drawn this turn. Quick Study. So many Procrastinates. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 creatures, which means I probably want to play 10 non-creatures, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I probably want to find one more here. And I think that one more is probably Unsubtle Mockery. Actually, maybe I want to play Wilt in the Heat. Yeah, I think I like that. 5 damage to target creature. Or maybe I play 41 cards.
Ooh, the 41 card special.
I think I might play 41 cards. Because I do want a lot of instants and sorceries. I don't have a lot of the creatures that have the instants and sorceries like stapled to them. I have 2. But I do think, and I've got some good targeted stuff here. I think I'm feeling okay about this. I think I found my deck.
Okay.
It's not amazing, and it doesn't have Elder Dragons in it, but I think I can deal with your Elder Dragons when they happen. So that's nice, I guess. Who gave the statues a paintbrush? Heck yeah. Run that one extra fun. Yeah. All right, let's see. I think I'm ready for an elevator pitch. Are you ready for an elevator pitch or not quite?
I'm ready enough. I'm still like paring down my deck, but
Okay.
I know what the strategy is going to be.
All right, so friends, here's what we're going to do. So typically on our streams on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights, we will do something where we allow chat to help us predict who they think is going to win. And before we allow you to predict, or before we start a prediction, we're going to give you a little elevator pitch. So we're going to tell you what our deck is trying to do. We're going to tell you how we think we're going to try to win the game. We're going to try to be as persuasive as possible. And then at that point, after we've both given you our elevator pitches, you can then vote in chat. We will open a prediction for you, and you can put some channel points down according to how confident you are in your assessment. But yeah, you can decide. You can let us know who you think is going to win, and then at the end, whoever whatever team is right gets the channel points of the team that is not right. So, yeah. Anyway, so my deck is going to be a Prismari Spellslinger deck. It is primarily the deck is primarily red and white, but I have I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 blue cards in the deck, and so we have a little bit of blue cards to facilitate some spellslingery nonsense. We have a few cards in here that have repartee because they're white and they have repartee, but a lot of these instants and sorceries that I have down here do target something. It's usually removal, but they do target things, so it will trigger repartee, which I'm excited about. I have several things that remove things from my graveyard or allow me to cast things from not my hand. So that's great. And so I have a couple of cool things that can interact with Lorehold mechanics there. And then I've got like some good X-Cost. I've got 2 copies of Procrastinate. I've got some good like spellslingery kinds of payoff, or not some spellslinger engines like Rapturous Moment. And I've got Resonating Loot, which is awesome. That's the thing that accelerates my mana like super hardcore. So yeah. And I have a fair amount of removal as well. So even though I am in the face of, I'm only running 13 creatures, but even though I am in the face of big Elder Dragons, I do think I'm going to have an engine in place that will allow me to deal with it. So that's my pitch. We're Elder Dragonless, but I think we can still sling our way to victory. So anyway, that's my pitch.
All right. For me, chat, I have actually ended up with a more even split of Witherbloom and Quandrix than I expected. I am basically going to be playing a stompy mid-rangey creature deck. I have some good access to ramp and some good access to card draw. And then all of this +1/+1 counter stuff I've got going on here is going to make my creatures quite large, hopefully significantly larger than Steph's creatures. And then I have some of the like Witherbloom cards that allow me to gain life. So I can sort of pad my life total a little bit and help me last a little bit longer if I need some more time to sort of sort my board state out. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. Yeah, that's what I think. Sultai mid-rangey creature nonsense. Simic value engine with a little bit of black.
Okay. So with that information, chat, if you want to go ahead and participate in our prediction, go right ahead and do that and put your channel points to work. Witherdrix Quandabloom. I like Quandabloom. I really like Quandabloom. That makes me happy.
16 minutes. Perfect. Okay. Oh, wait. Shoot. My lands. Come back.
So I have what? I have 4. I have 7 lands that produce red. I have 8 lands that produce white, which is good because I have a card that has 2 white pips in it. I have 5 lands that produce blue. I think that's probably correct here.
Quinn, I'm a little sad that I don't have your support, but I appreciate that you have a system and you stick to it.
No red, no servos, Brad. Okay.
Consistency is important.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Although, Brad, I have won the last couple of things that we've played.
That's true.
Actually, except for, well, I guess Wednesday you did measurably better than I did. But we weren't playing against each other, so that doesn't count. But in our 1v1 sealed games and in our commander games on Tuesday, I cleaned up a little bit. So I think so there's probably 2 sides to this argument, right? One being I'm on a roll and nothing can stop me. 2 being it is about time for karma to get my ass. So who knows? Who knows what today will bring? Elder Dragons and good fixing going Team Brad. Yeah. I have good fixing. I just don't have the Elder Dragons. I have a singular archaic. That doesn't matter. I have a singular archaic though. A good removal though. I do. You simply have to believe that Brad won't fail you a 3rd time. That makes me so happy. Oh gosh. Brad, I love when you fail people.
I'm a little less excited about it.
Yeah, it's great. It makes me very happy.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm really gonna hope that my big elder dragons here are good enough.
I'm gonna really hope that they aren't. Get those channel points in there, friends. Oh wow, we can't possibly be this in favor of me. We cannot possibly be this in favor of me.
We're setting up the ultimate comeback story for Team Brad here.
It's true. I feel like on the days where there's a big discrepancy in channel points, it's always the person with the fewer points that wins. Not always, but often the person with the fewer points that wins. Consistency, something. Yeah. Get those points in there, friends.
All right, so I definitely want to be emphasizing green, which is good because my non-basic lands all produce green.
Okay.
In addition to the other color that they produce. So I'm on 13. No. Yes. Okay. So I want to include at least probably 2 swamps is right. Actually, I might need to go 3 swamps. No, yeah, 2 swamps is probably right. And then I will go 1, 2, 3, 4 islands and 6.
It's not too late to put some channel points on Team Brad, friends.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You could probably put like 100 channel points in, and when he inevitably beats me with his army of elder dragons, that he got from a single booster pack, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
get in there.
Quick check to make sure I've got 40 cards.
I have 41 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alex
9.
Bistecki isn't here to yell at me in chat, so that's what I'm taking full advantage of that.
Nailed it. First try. Never didn't have it.
I am interested to see how this is going to go. Because I think the average power of your cards is higher.
Yeah.
I think I have really good interaction. How's your interaction package?
It's all right. I am taking like when we did the Quandrix event, and when I did my Quandrix event in the early access thing, I was pretty light on removal and just had like a constant stream of giant creatures, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not quite relying on it as heavily this time around, but I am relying more on like on a consistent stream, like a resilient stream of
Sure.
creatures, and I've got some recursion and I've got a lot of card draw, so I'm gonna hope that I can just kind of outlast you.
Yeah.
Alter, I fuss at Brad about 41, but I trust my captain.
Yeah, I would feel differently if I had more creatures that had prepared stuff on them. I just didn't. And so I couldn't I didn't want to cut the instants and sorceries because I need that to proc the few creatures that I do have. I don't know. I might cut something. We'll see. If there's a card that I draw that I feel like is like not consistently helpful, then I will. Yeah. All right. Brad, predictions are in. How did it shake out? Is it heavily in favor of Team Steph?
Yeah, 90%.
90%
in favor of you.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I have some stuff to live up to, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will see how things go. You want to roll to see who goes first? We'll roll our big hunkin' chunkin' D20.
Yeah.
14.
5.
Okay, I will go first.
Also, Fleem has been pulling some overtime.
Fleem has been pulling some overtime. It's true. There he is. I was just in the tank. All right. I will keep this hand.
I gotta make sure I get nice and shuffled here.
High arpeggio. Honestly, I love this set, or at least I really enjoyed it on Wednesday. This is interesting today because we don't have theme boosters to play with because we don't have a normal pre-release kit here, so it's just regular boosters. This is going to be a little bit more of a traditional sealed feeling, and I like it more. I like it more because I feel like on Wednesday my gripe was because we got 2 theme boosters on Wednesday. My gripe was that if you didn't get like the great cards that you needed in your theme boosters, you were pigeonholed into those colors anyway, and you couldn't really pivot. This, I feel like I had a little bit more agency. Yeah. And Brad and I are both playing 3 colors this time. And I think that it was probably the right call. So now for pre-release this weekend, it's probably going to feel more like a 2-color format because there is still 1 theme booster in the pack. But I feel like even so, you'll be less locked in to those colors. So I'm excited to play pre-release as well. But no, I think I like not having as many theme boosters in my pool. Liam does work hard. It's true.
All right. I'm feeling good about my hand.
I am feeling good about my hand too. Here I go. Fields of Strife. Go ahead.
Draw.
Normal sealed pool. You had a giant event with Spouse on Sunday. Very nice. Drawer. We typically will try to do 2-headed giant when we can. During pre-release weekend, because we do a lot of this 1v1 sealed, and so normal pre-release doesn't exactly, it's not as much of a departure from the norm for us as it is for most people, so we try to do things that are a little different than we can't really do on stream, and 2-headed giant is one of those things. So yeah, we love that. So any 2-headed giant pre-release events we try to go to. All right, I'm going to pay 1 for the Elite Interceptor, and I will pass the turn.
All right, draw. Swamp. I'm going to play a Leech Collector.
Brad opened an Elder Dragon themed booster. He did.
I sure did.
It's true. He did open 2 Elder Dragons in 1 booster, and he's playing both of them.
Yep. So this is Leech Collector. It's a 2/2. when I gain life for the first time each turn, it becomes prepared,
Mhm.
and its prepared spell is Bloodletting, a 1-mana black sorcery that's each opponent loses 2 life.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah, Olipod, we have a couple game stores near us that will run two-headed giant pre-release events. Now, usually it's not all weekend, but they'll have like one will do like their two-headed giant thing on Sunday, and one will do their two-headed giant on Saturday afternoon. And yeah, but it's cool. It's really cool. We love it. We absolutely love it. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right, I will draw. I will play an island. I'm going to pay... I'm going to pass the turn to you.
I don't like that.
And then at your upkeep, I'm going to go... Actually, no, I can't do this. Never mind. This is not an instant. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to tap your creature, and I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
And then I will attack you for 1.
Sounds like I'm taking 1.
And it's your go.
All right. Untap.
You snagged a collector booster box for a content idea. Nice. Very cool.
All right. I have all my colors. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
You tended two-headed giant pre-release for Bloomborough. It was very fun. Yeah?
It's
great. And honestly, like, I like hanging out with this guy, even though I, like, dunk on him all the time whenever we're on here. But yeah, and so going to events and like not seeing him for the whole time is like not exactly super ideal. Now, I don't exactly have attachment issues or separation anxiety or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know. I like playing games with him. And I feel like for as much as we like butt heads whenever we're playing against each other, I feel like in equal measure we work really well together when we're on the same team.
Yeah,
so.
and like two-headed giant just is like such a different feeling. Like having a player you're working together with, so it's less about sequencing your own plays as much as it is sequencing your plays with your teammates' plays. That like it almost feels like a different game. And so it's really fun to do it when you get the chance.
Yep.
Speaking of teammates, I'm coming in for 2, Steph.
Yeah, take 2.
And then second main phase, I'm going to pay 3 for Jadzi, Steward of Faith. Jadzi enters prepared. Boop. And then when Jadzi enters, I will draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards.
And then his prepared spell is what?
Oracle's Gift for X, X, and blue. I make X fractals and then put X +1/+1 counters on each fractal I control.
And does he become prepared if he does something else?
No, he just enters prepared, and that's the whole shtick.
What are his stats? 2/4?
2/4. I'm gonna discard this pair of islands and pass to you.
Okay. All right. I will draw. I will play a mountain, and I'm gonna pay 4. To cast Tackle Artist. And it has Opus. When I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I put a 1/1 counter on this creature. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast it, I put 2 instead. And then I will pass the turn to you.
All right. Can you remind me the stats on your Tackle Artist?
It's a 4/3.
4/3. Your other thing's a 1/2?
Correct.
Okay. That is bigger than
Hey, Anthony. Good to see you. We're really enjoying this set. Honestly, I think this is going to be my favorite set of the whole year.
Yeah. I liked Laurel and Eclipse a lot, but so far I think I'm already enjoying the set.
For limited, for Commander, for everything. I feel like this set is just huge. Prepared is just so good. And I feel like it could carry the set if it needed to. It doesn't need to carry the set because I think the rest of the set is very good, but I think Prepared in and of itself probably would boost it to my favorite. But yeah, the set's great. I'm really excited for this gameplay here because we're playing without theme boosters, and I've been ragging on theme boosters the whole time. But I really liked having agency for deciding, like letting my card pool tell me what things I should be playing rather than like having theme boosters dictate that.
All right, so I've got a tap land here, the black-green common tap land, and then I'm playing Emil, Vastlands Roamer, a 3/3. Creatures I control with 1/1 counters on them have trample, and I can pay 5 and tap them to create a fractal token and put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of differently named lands I control.
Okay.
Which, when you're playing 3 colors, is quite a few.
Thanks, Anthony. It's good to see you.
Yeah, your creatures or you have a creature that is bigger than mine. So I will pass.
Your creature is a 3/5?
I have a 2/4, a 2/2, and a 3/3.
2/4, 2/2, 3/3. Okay, great. Right, untap. Draw. I will play a mountain, and then I will pay 5 to procrastinate your 3/3.
Absolutely.
So it will have 8 stun counters on it. And then this, I have opusified it, so it gets 2 counters. So 2/4 you have over there,
8
and
stun counters.
so 2/4 and 3
2/2.
2/2. Okay, so wonderful. I have a tackle artist that is a 6/5 with trample coming at you,
Take 6.
and it is your go.
All right. Untap and draw. Let's play another island. And then that's a 5 power or 5 toughness creature over there, Steph. Your Opus Goober.
Yep. Sorry, I'm nodding, and I realize you can't see my picture with how your setup is.
Okay. I take a stun counter off.
Mm-hmm.
It probably isn't even worth tracking this, but here we are. I am going to cast Additive Evolution. Okay. This is that enchantment I was talking about earlier. So when it enters, I will make a fractal. And I believe I have at least 1 fractal token.
I have fractal tokens if you don't.
That's an elemental token. That's an elemental token. That's an Inkling Spirit token. This is a fractal token. Okay.
You got there.
We did it. So I'm making a 3/3 token. And then at the beginning of combat on my turn, I put a +1/+1 counter on a creature I control, and that creature gains vigilance until the end of the turn.
Okay.
I will put that +1/+1 counter on my Leech Collector.
Okay.
And I will go to combat and attack you with Leech Collector and Jadzi for a total of 5 if you don't block.
I will take 5.
Pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Okay. I will.
Yes, Alter. I love my boy Quintorius.
I will play a land, and then I'm going to pay 6 to cast Rapturous Moment.
Yeah.
We're going to put 2 cards on the tackle, or two cards, 2 counters on the tackle artist. And then I'm going to draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards, and I have 5 mana, 2 blue, and 3 red. 1, 2, 3. And I will discard 2 cards. I will discard Primary Research, and I will discard the Garrison Excavator. I have an 8/7. What is your total power over there?
6.
Beautiful. I would like to attack you with my 8/7 with trample.
No,
I'm sorry. I need to cast things. I need to cast things. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Shoot, I actually should not discard this. I should discard this then if I need to cast things. So I will play the Garrison Excavator. Whenever 1 or more cards leave my graveyard, I put a 2/2. I make a 2/2 red and white spirit creature token, and then I will go to combat, and I will attack you with this 8/7.
Okay, I will take 8.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how I'm surviving that, but losing my creatures is not the right way to do that. All right. All done?
Yeah.
All right. Untap. Take off a stun counter. Just 6 more turns till Emil comes back. Draw. Oh, and this also untaps. Play a land. All right. So your untapped creatures, what are their stats?
3/4 and 1/2.
3, 4, and 1.
Which I notice is bigger than a 3/3.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pay 5. And I'm gonna how many cards do you have in your hand?
I have 3 cards.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna pay 5 for this Tenured Concoctor. It's a 4/5 with vigilance. If you target it with a spell, I draw a card, and if it has +2/+0 as long as I've gained life this turn.
Okay.
I will then go to combat.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter. Heck, I'll put it on the Tenured Concoctor, and I will just pass to you.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah, I have to hope that I can kill your big creature in combat.
All right, I will play a Plains. I'm going to pay 2 mana to cast the Molten Core Maestro. Whenever I cast an instant sorcery spell, I put a 1/1 counter on this creature. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, add an amount of red mana equal to that creature's power. And then I'm going to pay 3 for the Emeritus of Truce. He is prepared.
Okay.
I'm sorry. When this creature enters, target player creates a 1/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Then if my opponent controls more creatures than me, this creature becomes prepared. You have 5 creatures. You have 6 creatures.
Yeah, because I make an inkling, so I have more creatures than you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I give you the inkling, and yes, exactly. So this is prepared, this is how we know he is prepared. Hello, I'm really smart and good at magic.
That's the best.
That's
the best
prepared.
one.
And I think it is not the right call to attack right now, so I'm not going to, and I will pass the turn.
Okay. Gonna untap.
You thought the mice were in Bloomburrow. Yeah.
This goes to 5 stun counters. Draw for turn. Okay. What's the way to do this?
Roll over and die.
Play a land. I need to find a way. If I'm going to do this, I need to find a way to gain life, which I don't think I can do this turn. So I think the plan needs to be.
I do have 2 creatures with menace over here that have 3 power.
Yeah.
So that's probably something that you need to know here. Both of these creatures have menace.
I'm gonna cast Oracle's Gift.
Yeah.
For X is 3. So I'm gonna make 3 fractals, and then I'm gonna put 3 1/1 counters on each fractal.
Yeah, that's huge.
Fractal, fractal, fractal.
No, he's in better shape than what it looks like here, friends.
So this is a 3/3. This is a 3/3.
I only have 1 card in my hand, so.
This is a 3/3. This gets 3 counters up to 6. Okay. All right. Then I will go to combat. How big are your creatures now?
I have an 8/7, a 1/2, a 3/4, a 2/2, and a 3/3.
Okay. I think there's no way this goes poorly for me. So additive evolution triggers at the beginning of combat. I'm gonna put a 1/1 counter on my fractal.
Yeah.
It gains vigilance until the end of the turn.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack you with a 7/7 that has trample because of Emil.
I'm gonna take 7.
Okay. Pass to you.
That might not have been a good call, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna draw. All right. I'm gonna pay 4 and surveil 1. I'm gonna put this in my graveyard. It's the resonating lute.
I'm not conceding
Actually,
altar.
I need to do this in a different way.
I'm hanging in there.
I have not yet played a land for turn, so I'm gonna do that.
Power of 10 Rare's Breath is coming into play.
Making you gain life. You know what? I think I need to exile Emil. Because it gets trample if its power is what?
My creatures with 1/1 counters have trample.
Yeah. That's huge. So I think I need to pay 1 and exile Emil.
Okay.
Putting a 1/1 counter on this and putting a 1/1 counter on Molten Core Maestro.
So I gain 3 life.
You do.
Which means my Tenured Concoctor gets +2/+0, and my Leech Collector is prepared.
Yep.
But notably not smart and good at magic.
Right. I think I need to pass the turn here. I don't.
Okay. Untap.
Yeah.
Draw.
The trample was hard. I thought, yeah, I should have clocked that, and I didn't. I just one card in hand. Ah! How many cards do you have?
3.
Yeah, that's tough.
I'm gonna pay.
I have so much card draw in here
3
too.
for a Potioner's Trove. So I can tap this for a mana of any color, or I can tap it and gain 2 life, but only if I've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn.
Oh, you're just gonna bloodletting me.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Bloodletting, and you're gonna lose 2 life.
Okay. I will. Yeah. So I go to 4.
And then I will tap this to gain 2 life. which
Becomes
will
prepared again.
Prepare Leech Collector.
And you're gonna bloodlet again?
No, because I can only do this once a turn,
Right.
and I can only do it if I cast an instant or sorcery. So I
Okay.
gotta save my spell casting for next turn. Well, we'll see. I might be combating at you and seeing how that goes. Oh, you don't have flying or reach over there?
I don't.
Oh, then yes. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to combat. We're gonna put a counter on my Inkling, and I'm gonna attack you for 2 in the air.
Yeah, and then you're gonna bloodlet.
And then second main phase, I'll bloodlet again.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
That was a good game, though. That was a really good game. All right. Let me see. Where's my mouth? Here
I feel like we had a real you came out the gate strong and fast. That tackle artist is insane. And then
tackle artist is
I was
really
able
good,
to stabilize.
When you dropped the enchantment, that's when the tides turned for me. Like, you not having to tap your creatures meant that my trample meant a lot less. Like, you not having to tap your creatures to attack meant my trample meant a lot less. So yeah, whatever.
We love it.
Olipod is cheering you on in chat.
Yeah, Team Brad.
And you didn't even have an Elder Dragon there. You were Elder Dragonless. Did you have it? I bet you had one in your hand.
No, I didn't have one in my hand.
Really?
But I did have Jadzi, and Jadzi's a rare.
Jadzi's insane. Yeah. The make 3 fractals. Because I wanted to attack that turn, and the turn that you after you made the fractals, and I couldn't.
Yeah. I just really needed my like I said, I'm not running as much removal as I normally would, so I really needed my creature. The way that I get rid of your big creature is by trying to kill it in combat.
Yeah.
And
I should have probably attacked there. It would have felt bad, but you would have lost your big guy. I would have lost my,
Yeah.
And then because I also found myself in a situation where I couldn't Swords to Plowshares you. I couldn't Swords to Plowshares the big guy. Because anyway. I think I Swords the correct creature there, but I couldn't get rid of the big guy, even though I kind of wanted to.
Yeah.
Because otherwise your life total would have been too high. Brad's card draw is 3rd on the list of reasons why you went Team Brad. Listen, I have good card draw too.
You do like drawing cards.
I have good card draw too. Why don't you like me? No, I'm kidding. Everything's fine.
Yeah, when your tackle artist was already large and then you cast Rapturous Moment, I was dreading that you were gonna just follow it up with another 5 mana instant or sorcery.
Oh
and
gosh,
just,
I was so hopeful.
Run me over.
I still hope so. I didn't draw any off of that thing. I drew 2 creatures, and I was like, well, that doesn't feel as good as I wanted it to.
That's draw 2, discard 1, make 5 mana.
Draw 2, discard, or draw 3, discard 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go first. I will keep this, but I don't love it. I reserve the right to complain, as it were. Steph is Steph, and that's the only reason you ever need. Oh. All right, Brad. I'm ready when you are.
I'll give this a go.
Okay. I'm gonna play a Plains, and I will pass.
Draw. Tap land. Pass.
Drawer. I will play a mountain and pay 2 for the spirit mascot. When one or more cards leave my graveyard, I put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and I will pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. All my colors. We did it.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna play the Noxious Newt. The cutest little guy.
The cutest nudist.
But also a 1/2 with Death Touch that taps for green.
Yes.
Pass to you.
I will untap. Drawer. Beautiful. I'm going to pay 3 to cast Suspend Aggression. We're going to suspend the aggression of your Newt. So you can cast it until the end of your next turn. And I will also exile the top card of my library. Unstable Mockery.
I feel like I have bad news for my newt.
Yeah.
You're gonna what is it? Vicious Mockery him?
Unsubtle Mockery. Oh my gosh, that's a great card for your flubs deck.
That's true. Yeah.
You need to write that down.
We gotta add that.
Yeah. Do you hear that, Quinn? We have more. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Spirit Mascot coming at you. No, that's not Quinn. It was Brad that worked on that with you.
Mockery. There we go. Perfect.
2 coming at you.
Take 2.
Yep.
Don't got a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Untap and draw. Well, I guess here we are, chat. We came here to cast newts and chew bubblegum. So I cast my newt.
Yes.
And I will pass. My newt.
All right. I will play a Storm-Carved Coast. Wait, hold on. And it's untapped. Wild. Very good. 3 mana.
Who'd have thought?
I would like to cast my Unsubtle Mockery, and we're going to deal 4 damage to your newt.
Okay, bye, newt.
I get to surveil 1. I'm going to keep that right there. I'm going to attack you for 2.
I'm going to take 2.
Go ahead.
I'm not excited about it. Draw. Let's play a forest, and I will play this textbook tabulator. If you're looking for examples of tabulators, this is the textbook one. It's an 03 with increment, and when it enters, I surveil 2.
Quinn, yeah, so I you don't have to write it down. So Brad has I know you have a flubs deck, and it crossed wires in my brain, but Brad has a flubs list that is all about it's a list full of cards that sound like insults. It's a deck all about insulting things, and like all of the cards are insult themed. And so I don't if you want to share in chat, Brad, that would be kind of funny. But yeah, Unsubtle Mockery is absolutely one of the things that you need to have in that deck. You've already done so. It's fine. It's dry erase board. It's 2 permanent. It's fair. Then its existence was your only pain. Yeah, mine too. What do you have there?
It's an 03 with increment.
Beautiful.
I surveilled 2 and it entered. I kept both the cards on top. I'll pass to you, and I will go find my deck list.
Okay. Draw for turn.
My decks.
All right. I will play a land, and then I am going to pay 3 mana to cast Practiced Scrollsmith. When it enters, exile target non-creature, non-land card from my graveyard until the end of my next turn. I may cast that card. I'm going to exile Subtle Mockery.
Oh.
And then a card left in my graveyard, so I put a 1/1 counter on this. You have an 03, you said?
Yep.
Beautiful. I have a 3/3 coming at you.
Take 3.
And it is your turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. Unsubtle Mockery does 4 damage.
Unsubtle Mockery does 4 damage.
Okay. Play a forest. I'm gonna cast a bear.
Da bears.
1 mana is greater than 0 power. Increment. So Studious first year is a 1/1. It enters prepared, and its prepared spell is Rampant Growth.
Yeah.
And I am going to cast that Rampant Growth, which is a 2 mana spell, so we'll increment. And now I have a 2/5. Take that, Unsubtle Mockery.
How exciting.
We'll go find, I don't know, probably another. Let's get a swamp. Swamps are cool. Pass to you.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I will play a land. Yeah, I'm gonna pay 4 for Resonating Lute.
Sick. That card is so good.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and
you wanna remind chat what that does?
Yeah, Resonating Lute. Says lands I control have tap, add 2 mana of any one color, spend this mana only to cast instant or sorcery spells. Or I can tap and draw a card, activate only if I have 7 or more cards in my hand. I want to keep attacking you. And as such, where X is 3, I'm going to cast Procrastinate. We're going to procrastinate your big butt.
Okay.
We're just going to let Unsubtle Mockery die. And then I'm going to go to combat. And I have a 3/3 and a 3/2 with first strike.
How many cards you got in your hand there?
1. Dismal Failure is your favorite. There are some really good ones in there.
I would like to return. I'm going to cast Banishing Betrayal.
Okay.
Let's return your spirit mascot to your hand,
Yeah.
and I will surveil 1.
Sure you don't want to return my practice Scrollsmith?
Yes, I'm confident I do not want to do that. And then I will take 3.
Yeah. Okay, it's your go.
All right. Untap, remove a stun counter. Draw. Play this island. No way I can do this. Or there's not. So I think probably the plan. I will. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough. That's fine. I can still do both, so I'm going to do both. I guess I should do this first then. I will pay 5 for Orsia, Tide Choreographer. It costs 3 less if my creatures have total toughness 10 or greater. They don't. But when she's a 2/2, when she enters, I draw 2 cards. So we'll draw 2 cards. Okay. Then I will pay 2. Oh, sorry, this increments my sleepy.
Increments your sleepy.
Increments my sleepy.
Okay. All right. We're using technical terms here, everybody.
And then I will cast Infirmary Healer.
I have a lot of creatures.
This is a 2/3. It enters prepared. And then its prepared spell is Stream of Life, a sorcery for X and a green. Target player gains X life. And that's all. I passed.
Okay. Your board state is better than my board state. I'm going to pay 3 to cast Owlin Historian. When this enters, I surveil 1. When 1 or more cards leave my graveyard, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. I'm going to keep that on top. And then I'm going to pay 2 to cast the Spirit Mascot.
It's back.
Your creatures are
2/3,
2/3,
1/1, 2/2.
Beautiful. I would like to attack you with a 3/2 with first strike.
I will block with this one.
Beautiful. It is your go.
All right. We'll untap. This goes to
Tideball
4.
dancing sounds extremely difficult. Yeah.
Yes. Draw. Oh, that's interesting. Is that better than what I was gonna do? Probably not.
Have you unsleepied your sleepy?
I did, yeah.
Okay,
It's
good.
got 4 stun counters on it now. Okay. Here's the plan. I am gonna cast Stream of Life for X equals 2.
Sure.
I will gain 2 life.
Okay.
Beep beep. Then I will pay 4 for the Old Growth Educator. This is a 4/4 with Vigilance and Reach. And when it enters, I put 2/1/1 counters on it if I gained life this turn.
Sure.
Which I did. Also, I will increment my Sleepy. So I have now
your sleepy.
a 6/6 Vigilance Reach. And I will pass to you.
Okay. Vigilance Reach is bad for me. Okay. Drawer. Okay. I'm going to pay 4 mana. I'll leave the plain or a white mana up. To cast an instant or sorcery. I'm going to cast Quick Study. I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Nice.
I'm going to play a land for turn. And then I'm going to pay 4 to cast Tackle Artist.
Ah, it's back. I'm not excited about it.
I will pass the turn to you.
Down to 3 stun counters.
Yeah. I have to cut through the noise here for like if I'm gonna beat you because I can't let you just have chonkers.
I do have chonkers.
And you're kicking my butt even without your dragons, and that makes me sad because that probably means you're gonna play dragons and like actually just demolish me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's pay 4. I will cast Tam, Observant Sequencer.
Okay.
Tam is a 4/3 with landfall. Whenever land you control enters, Tam becomes prepared. Tam's prepared spell is Deep Sight, a 2-mana sorcery that says draw a card and gain a life. I will then play a land, which will prepare Tam, and then I will pay 2 to cast Deep Sight. I will draw a card and gain a life.
I don't love this. I don't love this. It's tough. Yeah.
Okay.
Quinn. Gosh.
I feel like I want to kind of want to attack with this Old Growth Educator, but I feel like you can block it in a way that's really bad for me.
I will. I can and I will.
So I think with my life total being the way it is, having a way I can block your flyer is important.
Yeah.
So I will pass the turn.
Yeah. Okay. Draw. All right. I'm going to pay for to cast the Ink-Shape Demonstrator.
Ooh.
There's only 13 creatures in this deck. I'm sure finding them. I will pass the turn.
All right.
Ink-Shape Demonstrator is a 3/4.
What to do?
He's a 3/4 with he has Ward 2. He has Repartee for +1/+0 and Lifelink.
Ah, I see. Down to 2 stun counters.
I know.
Draw.
Oof.
Okay. Let's pay 2, cast Leech Collector. Then play a land, which will prepare Tam.
Yeah.
I will pay 2.
Tam is insane.
Cast
Tam is actually insane.
that spell to draw a card.
I think Tam is the best one of the students,
and
like the iconic legendary students.
Yeah, Tam is really good.
Tam is nuts. Like doesn't read incredibly powerful, but like is just such an engine.
Then my Leech Collector becomes prepared.
Friends, we're going to run a real quick ad here. We will be back in 90 seconds. So for those of you who are still here with us, you can enjoy the secret podcast. You don't know what you want to do about Kitty Cyclonic Rift? I mean,
it's really cute.
It's cute.
Okay. I feel like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
I do.
creatures.
I want to open one. Yeah.
So here's Witherbloom.
So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
A casual 2-mana 5/5.
Yeah.
So Witherbloom is an 8-mana 5/5. It has affinity for creatures, so it costs 1 less to cast for each creature I control. It has flying and death touch, and it gives my instants and sorceries affinity for creatures.
Yikes.
Then I will play Jadzi as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This increments my little.
Wow, you just
when Jadzi enters, I will draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. I will discard Dreamroot Cascade and Tenured Concoctor.
Team Steph, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am terribly sorry.
Team Brad is due for a win.
Team Brad is due for a win. I get it. I've been on a hot streak. Yeah.
All right.
Wow, this is insane. Your pool was really good. It couldn't be skill, is what I'm saying. It absolutely could not be skill.
I do feel confident enough in my board state right now that I would like to attack you with this 6/6.
Yeah. Yeah. 6/6 vigilance.
6/6 vigilance and reach.
Yeah.
For those of you that were away on the ad break, we got Witherbloom.
Yeah.
In action. We're ready.
Yeah. I played it for 2 mana too, which was nuts. So you're attacking me with a 6/6.
Yes.
I would like to block with a 4/3 and a 3/4.
4/3 and a 3/4. And your 3/4 is the tackle artist?
Yes. My 4/3 is a tackle artist.
I would like to kill the tackle artist.
I figured you would. And now I can't really attack you with, but I can block Witherbloom, which is nice. It's just, I don't love everything. I should
mark that Jadzi is prepared.
There's a cat, so it's 1,000% more playable. So, like, here's the deal with Cyclonic Rift. You don't have to cast it at the opponent right before you use end step. You don't have to do that. There's nothing that says you have to do that. There's nothing that says you have to cast it at instant speed. It could just be like an evacuation, like a one-sided evacuation on your turn. And that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are, like, you don't have to play it in the most vicious way possible. You can just play it, you know what I mean?
You can have some modicum of chill.
And there is nothing that says you have to overload it. It's true. It's true. And I've single targeted, rifted many things before in my life. It wins games, but it feels like a wet fart. Yeah, it can. It certainly can. I tend to use it as a board wipe on my turn, just to kind of regulate it a little bit, but Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Draw. I will pass.
Okay. I've got a cool thing I'm gonna do, and I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is on the last stun counter, which I can just use this then.
If it's just stalling the game, don't cast it. Yeah.
Draw.
I mean, so there's a couple schools of thought there. Just stalling the game can be interpreted a lot of ways, but I think there are some tables at which playing to your outs, at which giving yourself the best possible chance of victory, and by that I mean setting your opponents back, is good. There are some times though where it's like, if it's the last game of the night and you don't have anything to follow it up with, and like, I think it's a vibes thing. It's not a cut and dry always a bad thing. Always a bad thing if it makes the game last a little longer. That's not always a bad thing.
Yeah,
but
it
can be.
You ready for my cool thing?
Yep.
I'm casting Oracle's Gift. But it has affinity for creatures. So X.
Oh,
so
that's
here's
so bad
blue.
for me. You're gonna
X
make so many fractals.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna make 7 fractals.
Oh, I am so toast. I am like 7 different flavors of toast.
7. Unfortunately, they cannot attack this turn.
I do think I just roll over and die.
And Quandra or
Did I open a cat rift? I did not. Not yet, at least.
His thing. I'm gonna come at you with 5 in the air.
Yeah. I'm gonna take 5.
Pass to you.
5 is less than 7. And I probably need to block the 7s. Look at this.
Oh no.
GG's.
So many lands.
My deck just like turbo dunked on me. It's okay. It's all right. Everything's fine. All right. Brad, congratulations. You did it.
We did it, Team Brad. We did it.
Give the people what they want. And then give Stephanie what she wants. And that is a salty run back, please.
All right,
y'all. We are going to do one more game because I am salty and I would like to play another game. I did feel like I got mana flooded there. And I kept finding creatures. I have 13 creatures. And I have 10 instants and sorceries, and all I found were creatures. I found like a card draw spell, and I found the mockery card that I just kept looping or tried to keep looping. Yeah, not a whole lot of other stuff. He did give the people what they want. I know. I'm so sorry, Team Steph. Okay, all right. Wow. For as few points as were bet on Team Brad, you certainly do have some loud cheerers in chat here.
Darn right. I mean, that's
Impassioned
the
people.
high reward way to do it.
I'm sorry, Team Steph. I genuinely am sorry. But you know what? That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. We were on a roll. You probably had a huge reservoir of points from your dedication to Team Me.
That's true. This is the end of a long drought for Team Brad.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so we are going to play one more game here, but if you all are having fun with this, with Secrets of Strixhaven Sealed, and I hope you are because we are, we're going to be doing this again on Sunday night. So our normal stream time, for any of you all who are not normally here, our normal stream time is Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern and Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. We're usually nighttime streamers, y'all. And so, but this weekend, so so Sunday we're going to be doing Secrets of Strixhaven. And it will be after a weekend of pre-release events. And so hopefully we will have learned something and we'll be able to demonstrate, that was the last one, that to you all on Sunday night here. So yeah, we'll hopefully get you today before you go to your pre-release at your local game store, and then on Sunday after you've already spent a weekend there. And then maybe you can give us some tips that you've learned as well. You're still sitting at 76K. This will not ruin you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know. I'm so good at jokes. I'm really funny. We just need to remember that. But no. But yeah. So anyway, come see us on Sunday night if this is fun for you. I hope it is, because we're having fun. All right. I'm gonna go first, Brad. I lost. I don't like it very much, but I think I'm gonna take it anyway.
I'm keeping mine as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I do not draw. I will play a land. Now pass turn.
Okay. I will draw. I will play a land. I will pass.
And draw. Plains. Molten Core Maestro.
Oh, that's a strong one.
He's good. I will pass the turn.
Untap. We'll draw.
Rabble Rouser. He's not Rabble Rouser. He's a Rebel Rouser. He rouses Rebel, not Rabble.
Swamp. Let's.
Donnie has lost so many farms. True.
I'm going to do Shared Roots.
Yeah.
So I will search my library for a basic land, put it into play tapped. I'm going to get an island, and you can go.
Okay. Untap, draw. Plains, 3 mana for the Owlin Historian. And this enters Surveil 1. I'm going to put this mountain in my graveyard. And then when one or more cards leave my graveyard, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. I will attack you for 2, Brad.
Ow.
Lynn.
Aha.
I will pass the turn.
I see what you did there.
I'm so funny.
Draw. Forest. Newt.
Mute.
Turned you into a newt.
He got better.
That's all. I pass.
Okay. The newt does not have reach.
But it does have death touch.
But it is not 2 creatures.
Yeah, you got me there. These are all
These are all reasonable points. I will pay 4 for the Garrison Excavator. When one or more cards leave my graveyard, I make a 2/2 spirit. Oof. Combat, Brad. I have 4 that you can't block, even with your death touch newt.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go ahead.
Draw. Okay. Here's the plan. Oh no, I cannot do the plan.
Oh no, you cannot do the plan?
I cannot do the plan.
Oh no!
How am I supposed to do the plan if I can't even do the plan? It's fine. Yeah. It's whatever. Pay 4. Cast Tam.
I don't like that.
Play Swamp. Tam is prepared. Boop. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I will play a Plains.
I'm going to pay 3 mana to cast the Rubble Rouser. When this creature enters, I may discard a card. If I do, I draw a card. I will discard this mountain and draw a card. Beautiful. It says when this creature, and then I can tap it to exile a card from my graveyard. When I do, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Oh.
Combat. I have an owl coming at you.
For 2?
Yeah.
Take 2.
And it is your go.
You've got a pretty good setup over there.
I'm doing okay. I just need to start exiling stuff from my graveyard, and then I'll be in great shape.
Draw. Okay. I'm gonna have Deep Sight. So I will draw a card and gain a life. Draw a card and gain a life.
Yeah.
Then play the Paradox Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I want to pay 4 or pay 3 and cast Emil, Fastlands Roamer.
Okay.
The one that gets puts creatures I control with 1 counter have trample, and I can pay 5 and tap him to make a 0/0 fractal and put counters on it equal to the number of differently named lands I control, which is currently 5.
Okay.
And I played a land, so I get prepared again. Haha. I'm good at magic. Pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Draw. Okay. I will play a land. I'm going to tap this to exile a card from my graveyard and exile this mountain. Deal 1 damage to you.
Ow.
And I get a red mana. A card left my graveyard, so I'm going to make a spirit. A card left my graveyard, so this is going to get +1/+1 until the end of the turn.
Yeah.
I have 1 red mana floating. I am going to tap these to cast Rapturous Moment. Draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards, add 5. I get a counter on this, and I get red mana equal to this creature's power. So I get 3 red mana. In addition to
the 5 from...
the 5 red mana, or the 5 mana from...
Whew.
So I have 6 red mana, and I have 2 blue mana. That's just hanging out here. So draw 3, discard 2. 1, 2, 3. And I will discard 2. I will discard... Suspend Aggression and Island. I will then pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to cast Heated Argument. I would like to deal 6 damage to Tam.
Okay.
Actually, no.
Ooh.
Yes, I would like to deal 6 damage to Tam. And then I may exile a card from my graveyard. If I do, Heated Argument also deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. I will exile a card from my graveyard. I will exile this island, thus making a second spirit. Thus giving this +1/+1 until the end of the turn. And then I have 4 mana here. I would like to procrastinate your Death Toucher.
Yeah.
It will have 6 stun counters on it. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get some red mana. It doesn't matter.
That was an excellent turn.
I thought so. All right. Here we are.
Here we are.
I would like to go to combat.
Yep.
4 and 3 that you cannot block because they are menacing.
Ooh,
And then I have 4 in the air that you cannot block because it has flying.
I'm dead. That's 11.
Well, it's it's 11.
Whew.
We did it.
Well
we did
done.
it. Okay, so I feel like that is what we're trying to do here with the Prismar, because I really do think that we did a lot with
With the Lors Mari.
With Lors Mari, exactly. Like we did a lot of graveyard stuff. We did a lot of spell slinging stuff. I feel like that's case in point what you want to do with it whenever you're doing the 3-color archetype. So basically, I am the perfect example, and you should do exactly what I did. No, I'm just kidding. Brad kicked my butt, and he deserves the win here. All right, Brad, I'm gonna find someone to raid. Tell people what you liked about your deck. Tell people what maybe if you do anything differently. Yeah.
What I liked about my deck was that all my cards were insane.
That's fair. That's fair.
So like I think one thing that we learned here is that 3-color archetypes in this set are viable. At least in sealed. It might be different in draft. But just because this is a 2-color set, don't feel like you can only play 2 colors, because it seems that there's a lot of good fixing here. You just got to kind of identify what pace you're going to play at if you're playing 3 colors. So like blue, like the Sultai colors, like I had blue, black, and green, slow, methodical, but like creatures get big, gain some life to keep you in the game, to extend how long you're in the game. Yeah, I think I felt like I had a lot of good synergies with +1/+1 counters and a little bit of gaining life. Honestly, Quandrix, I feel like is the least flashy of the colleges, but is still very good. So yeah, this is just overall a super fun set. I'm really enjoying it so far.
I really love the idea of being able to play 3 colors comfortably in a limited format. I think that, or not even just like being able to splash for a 3rd color and having that add value to your deck rather than dilute it. I think this set is really elegantly designed in that it facilitates it. It facilitates that very well. I can't wait to play more of this. I cannot wait to play more of this. Now, some of that is colored by coming off of a set that maybe I wasn't as much of a fan of, but I really do feel like this is going to just be so exciting for me, and I cannot wait for this to be all over Arena. I'm going to be playing so much of this in my spare time, even when I'm not on stream.
I have so many draft monies saved up. I'm very excited.
Yeah. I think my deck was really fun. Procrastinate just continues to be an insane card.
Yeah, like even in the games that went long that we had,
it didn't untap.
Yeah.
It almost did. But you
close.
killed me beforehand. But yeah.
Like,
but yeah.
And you had 2 of them. Nice.
I had two of them.
But yeah, like it triggers increment well. It triggers opus well. Mm-hmm. Very good card.
Yeah. Y'all, we are going to send you over. There's someone called the Cyborged that is playing, that is cracking the arcane syllabus, I guess, doing some Secrets of Strixhaven pre-release. I don't know what all that is, but that seems kind of fun. And there's not a whole lot of people doing Secrets of Strixhaven stuff right now. So I am going to send you over to this guy. Seems decent enough to show this guy some love. And y'all, we are going to see you back here on this channel on Sunday night at 10 p.m. And we're going to be playing some more Secrets of Strixhaven. Have a wonderful time this weekend at your local game stores. If you haven't already bought your product and you are looking for somewhere to do that, definitely check out The Vault. That's our local game store here at www.vaultgamestore.com. You can save money with our code. We're going to be partying it up this weekend at our game stores. We hope you do too. We will see you on Sunday. Mwah. Have a great one. Bye.
Bye.